Ashley Trevino's practicing sad fishing a whole new audience. Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama. I talk about people like Ashley Trevino, the Donut Mom, the Resilient Jenkins, the Daddy-Daughter Dream Team, James Charles, Michaela Noguera, and well, anybody else that's bad on the internet. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a few clips from Ashley Trevino's most recent live stream, where she basically does the same crap she does every other day. She sits at her house and talks about everybody else.
Because I feel like he gave the wrong person a chance. He should have never married that person. And because he married her and it ruined his life, I feel like he feels like all women are the same, and we're not. A lot of us make our own money, and a lot of us don't need a guy for anything. So therefore, he married the wrong one. Just like I married the wrong guys. I mean, I married the inmates, and I shouldn't have. And that's just what I did, because I was trying to find love in all the wrong places at that time. And now it's getting thrown against me, which is not right, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be able to love who you want. It's like me being with the female, and they're gonna throw that shit against me too, or what? Like, that's crazy.
So once again, Ashley Trevino comes on to TikTok to talk about Joanna. Is she ever going to leave that poor lady alone? I mean, I know that Ashley Trevino wants to be the one and only female in Fester's life. Why? I don't know. And listen, in my opinion, Fester is not attractive. He doesn't have a good personality. He's not funny. I don't think he's talented, like with that accordion. Is that what that is, an accordion? I don't think he's talented. I don't think he's going to be the next polka star or the next like poker World Series champion man. In my opinion, he just doesn't have anything to offer. Yeah, he has a good job, but so does my husband. But my husband's cute. My husband has adorable dimples. He has a great personality. He's bubbly and fun, and people look up to him. And he's an all-around great guy. He gives back to his community. Listen, if Fester was anything like my husband, then I would understand. But in my opinion, Fester's not a catch. And I think Ashley continues to forget that it wasn't Fester that left the relationship. It was Joanna. And Joanna left him because of the way he treated her. The way he treated her in front of her children. And the decades-long torture, in my opinion, that Fester put her through. Can you imagine the amount of financial abuse that Joanna went through? I mean, if he was cutting her down and talking about her all the time, when this lady is beautiful. She has a beautiful face. She has all of her hair. She's in great shape. She has a great personality, and she puts her kids first. These are all things that Fester doesn't like, and they're all things that Ashley could never be. And the fact that this lady has to deal with the fact that Ashley Trevino comes on 2 platforms just to talk about her is wild work. And if Ashley Trevino thinks that anybody wants to tune into her podcast so she can continue to talk about Joanna, is crazy to me. But you know what's really sad is that people that have the same mentality as Ashley Trevino, because she actually does have fans, unfortunately, those people are going to turn into that podcast, and it's going to be sad. Who was Ashley Trevino to come on here and say that Fester married the wrong one? Ashley Trevino was not a part of that marriage. She has no right to say that. Fester can come on here and say that and try to make people believe that he's like the good guy in that relationship, but we all know that's not true. We've all seen how Fester plays into the skits, and we all know that Fester has put hands on Ashley before. We know that Fester put his hands on Joanna. So Fester is not a catch, girl. And I really don't like that Ashley Trevino is trying to come on to her platforms and try to make it seem like people attack her for talking to inmates. People don't really care if she talked to inmates. It was the way she defended inmates. The way she talked about Shanann Watts and said that maybe that wouldn't have happened to her if she was able to keep her man happy. The way she came on here and she talked down to the victim's daughter of Isaiah. Remember Isaiah, the husband that she's obsessed with, or the ex-husband? Yeah, we're going to get into that in a minute. But the way Ashley Trevino came on here and talked to Isaiah's victim's daughter and told her that her dad deserved what he got, and then said some pretty racist things about that man, God rest his soul. And she thinks that the issue is that she was dating inmates. It's the way she defended the inmates, the way she talked about victims, that she had no business interjecting herself into their lives, the way she has no respect for anyone unless she's married to them, or if they're cuddling up beside her in her bed bug infested bed so they can get her cheetah print debit card. In this next clip, Ashley Trevino is going to talk about Noe and how he was basically like a rebound marriage. Like, who does rebound marriages? I thought that was like only like old, uber rich, like socialites in like New York or LA. Like, I thought those were the kind of people that would do like rebound marriages. You know, the ones from like the Gilded Age of Hollywood and shit like that. Not Ashley Trevino. But anyway, in this next clip, she's basically going to say that Noe was a rebound marriage because she really, she was forced into that divorce with Isaiah, which we're going to talk about that. But first, watch the clip.
I think that's why I married Noe. And I think that's why I married Noe, because I wanted to get rid of the hurt from Isaiah. And I married Noe out of spite, because Isaiah always told me that if I ever got with another inmate or married another inmate, he would never talk to me again. So I wanted to hurt him, and that's why I did what I did. And
this is going to be Ashley Trevino's angle. This is going to be her angle on this podcast. She's going to come on here and she's going to heavily talk about her marriage with the inmates. And unfortunately, that is going to bring views. So y'all please don't go watch her. She's going to come on here and she's going to talk about the way she married Isaiah, who is really the love of her life, her soulmate. But don't forget, Isaiah was 9 when she met him. And they went to church together. He babysat Haley, and that's how she got to know him. He was a child helping to watch her daughter in church, and she had a crush on him. And there are clips of her, older clips, even in old videos of mine. Like, girl, go watch my videos. I've got plenty of them. And in one of my videos, I had the clips where Ashley Trevino says, when Isaiah, not Noe girl, when Isaiah was 9 years old, I thought he was a cute boy. But I was with the kid's dad, and I couldn't be with him. What do you mean you couldn't be with him because you were with the kid's dad? You couldn't be with him because he was a minor. Like, that is such weird pred behavior, in my opinion. And she continues to come on and talk about Isaiah over and over and over again. And I think she is going to continue to talk about Isaiah. She's going to talk about these inmates that she was married and hope that people turn into. Watch this stuff. But you don't have to do that. She's given all of this information on TikTok over the years, just like she sold her daughter's medical information for galaxies, and she pulled out that rose toy and played with, her ew parts with Santos on live. There's nothing she can't tell us that we already have heard, but she's going to play that narrative and hope that you guys all give her good ratings on Spotify.
Sorry that I have a dad who loves and cares for me. I'm sorry if you don't have a dad. We're not the same, baby girl. I was raised by my dad, okay? You weren't.
Ooh, got him.
What I told you. Like, let them know so that way they know I'm not lying. Is that what I used to say? That you made me look dumb, right?
Just because I would say, no, I don't see myself getting married. What's wrong with that?
I wonder if Ashley's daughters were watching that live stream. Because we know her daughters watch her live streams, right? Like, we all know that. That's not a secret. They watch her live streams. Didn't her daughters lose their dad 2 years ago this month? So what is it with Ashley Trevino and coming on here and continuing to deepen the trauma that these girls have? If you guys didn't see the clips on Father's Day, Ashley Trevino came onto the internet and was being very nasty as she talked about her ex-husband, who is no longer here anymore. And I guarantee you, if that man was here on this earth, he would be fighting for his daughters. And she could never, ever be able to say, well, at least I have custody of my kids, because you wouldn't. Ashley Trevino, you would not have custody of your daughters if their dad was here to fight for him. And I wholeheartedly believe that he would have fought for them. And the only reason why you can say that you've never lost custody of your daughters is because their dad isn't here. That's the only reason why you can say that. 100% he would have taken those girls from you. And it's really sad that you continue to come onto this platform and you talk about their father every chance you get. First on Father's Day, and now again on the same month as the anniversary of his passing. It's disgusting.
Because, like, if I'm stuck with you, how am I supposed to give somebody else a chance? Right?
Well, let's get unstuck.
Like, if I'm with you, we're not going to marry each other. It's like we're kind of like...
We're in a transition
wasting
state.
time.
Why are we wasting time?
Because, like, what if my Prince Charming is, like, the one that comes to deliver my mail, and I'm like, sorry, I'm taken.
But you're inside sleeping.
Right?
So you missed your chance.
Right?
You cannot convince me that Ashley Trevino is not trying to wear down Fester. And I think eventually one of two things is going to happen. Fester is not going to be able to run away from her. He's already too far into it. He's not going to be able to get away. And he is going to marry Ashley Trevino. I do think that's a possibility. I know you guys are going to disagree with me. And if you do disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Like, tell me what you think is going to be the end of their relationship. Is he going to break up with her? Is she going to break up with him? Are they going to, is there going to be a big falling out? Are they just going to amicably go their own way? I don't know. Let me know, guys. But I think it's going to be one of two things. Either he's going to feel like he's so trapped, or he's so caught up with the clout that he has. He doesn't have that much clout, girl. Like, he has the same amount of followers that I do on TikTok. And I don't have to touch Ashley Trevino. Ew, gross. But he's going to get too caught up in all of that, and he's going to marry her. Or something is going to happen where Ashley is going to go too far with his son, because she's been really, really creepy with the son, in my opinion. And he's going to leave her. It could go both ways. But I do think either he's going to ask her to marry him so he can stay getting that bag, all that money, that cheetah print debit card, or he's just going to cut her off forever, and it's going to be like that. Like, we're not going to see it coming. It's just going to happen. And it's going to be devastating to Ashley Trevino. But I do think it's a possibility that he will ask her to marry him in the future, if she doesn't go to prison, of course. I do. Because I've said from day one, I think Fester really does like Ashley. I do. I think he's in it for the wrong reason. I think he's in it for the money and for the fame. But I do think he likes her. I really do. I think that there's a big part of him that thinks she's disgusting and thinks she's a joke. But he's going to stay with her, in my opinion, because she allows him to cheat on her. She allows him to DV her. She allows him to use all of her money. She gives him cars. She does all this stuff for him, buys him jewelry and clothing, and sends him on vacations. So I think he's going to stay with her for that reason alone. Unless, like I said, something really bad happens with, like, one of his kids, and they're like, choose her or choose me. That's the only reason why I think he would leave her. That is the only reason he would break up with her, in my opinion. So is it possible we might see wedding bells? Or is it possible we might see one of them with a DVRO soon? Who knows? That's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're not already following me on TikTok, go over there and follow me, girl. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button here. I do videos. We're going to be doing videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's going to be our schedule. We're going to have new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then once a week, we don't know what day yet, but once a week, we'll do recap videos for everybody that needs to get caught up on the prior week. So just be looking out for all the new videos. Make sure you like and share the videos so more people can come hang out with us. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all later. Bye.